they started with books, and you're selling books, and that's it. And they didn't do anything else, until they did that successfully. So yeah, so it's not really clear. Okay, so if we're referring to dreams as this container, and we're shipping these containers, in times like in kind of like, then what is the equivalent of like, what is the representation of those dreams for like the current day and age, and like where is it already happening and some, because like Amazon was not the first person to sell books, like they didn't was like, okay, let me create this novel concept here, like, I think Ethereum is supposed to be a neutral platform. Bitcoin is supposed to be a neutral platform, and yeah, I think like it's good to create like a network that's neutral, because dreams are going to be so powerful, and we don't want to be having some bias in our mission, where like, okay, we're trying to control the world, because in a way we're building a new reality, so we don't want to like control people like that, so we want to make it as neutral as possible. So basically that means that the representation of the virtual dream, in what form does it already exist today, and then how can we already sell it in a better way than people are doing it right now, and that's it. And then like sometimes like when you're looking for keys, you're looking everywhere but in your pockets, or on your body, and then it's there, so I think like I'm looking for this very fancy intellectual answer, but like it's something very simple, like at the end of the day, like, and like until I have that, like there's no point in raising $10 million or whatever, how much, what I'm going to do with this money. Like it's like it needs to go towards like figuring out, okay, what's the statue, like, and like more money and more people, it's not going to help. It's going to confuse me even more, and then I'm going to waste time. And then once you have money, I mean, if you're taking a loan, there's obligations, you have to repay the loan. If you're raising capital, there's similar expectations, people not giving you the money for free, and also you don't want to like bamboozle people like people did in crypto, and then like, I don't know. I don't think that's the way to do this, So yeah. So I think we're on the right track. It's just now the question is like, okay, what is this like equivalent or container to a book for this dream world that is connected to the mission, and I think then the question becomes like, it's almost like you have to ask the right questions, and then, the AI can figure out the answers. But like, we have to ask the right questions. And the question is like, okay, what exists that people like, because what's the point of all of this? Forget about dreams, what I'm creating. What's the point of all of this? The point is that you are waking up in reality, and that you are living in the dream that life represents. And like, that's really, really hard. The dream is not the dream is not to be in this hedonistic pleasure wheel and then be like trapped in reality. I mean, a lot of other people are promising that, but the idea is not to sell drugs, even though that's much easier to sell. It's more like a book. A book could be like a drug in terms of like taking you somewhere else, but it's much more healthier, like meditation. And so I think like, where is the market of something like that, Because starting with like inventing something without the researchers and the scientists, you cannot do that. I cannot do this by myself. Like, it's already like very Herculean task here that I'm taking on it and pushing this every day. But like, it's like, yeah, like I'm exploding as otherwise. Like, it's like I can't keep it all inside and then like hate myself, and like this is just like I can't do this anymore, like otherwise. And like we have a time window here, and like I need to take advantage of it. It can't be like 7 years already, like very, very long time. I don't even know people do this, like they do sabbatical for a few months and then whatever. Anyway, I think hopefully that will be to our advantage. Hopefully that will be to our advantage, because I don't think like not many people have followed in this kind of path. And Yeah, so I think it's just
It's
like
new, yeah. It's
it's like,
uncharted territory. It, you were right.
and so I think because of that, it's like that's also, we don't need to make something fancy. Just like I'm already like in this, I need to um, um, acknowledge I already live in this reality. I need to then use my imagination to now build something, because nobody else can help me, because nobody else is in this, very few people in this world are in this reality to begin with. So it's like, who's supposed to help me? Everybody has opinions and thoughts and ideas, but it's not going to be like relevant. There's very few people who can actually help me, and like it's good to get feedback generally, but I need to figure out at least like how to like now connect this to the vision. I cannot ask someone else to do this, and then to improve it, to make it better. Sure, like we can have other people, like and I don't think that's like an ego thing where like, no, I need to like, but it's like in a way when you're having children, you know, you can't run around asking people for all this. Like you need to create a children like first, um, and not like then get all this other stuff and ask other people, like and I need to feel like I can do this, and I need to feel like I can create this, um, um, and however small it is, because it's already going to be fun if we're going to be a small group of people and we have something that's already connected to people, and people are willing to spend money. It doesn't even matter. Like, it's not about the money. It's not about how much money we make, or like, it's not about that. It's about living in this reality together, and then basically creating valuable, useful products and services. For me, it's not about a specific implementation of this. Like, I would love for other people then to become leaders and like build their own things in this way. Like, and so I think what I have to do is just like see, okay, how can I, but without making it in this general, like, the problem is, as I've been trying to do this and just trying to connect people, get people together, it just doesn't lead anywhere. Like, unless there's like a forcing function of a tangible object that's either a service or a product, you know, that people are coming together for, and then selling that, so other people have something from that, and so I think I have a lot of different analogies, but something is still missing in some sense, and so just need to be